Today in this video, we get to change out the transmission fluid on this 2017 Honda CR-V. Also, we are gonna change out the filters in the CVT transmission as well. So underneath the car, we will start removing the screws that hold the cover. So you got these type of screws and they're just about a quarter turn. And there are about 6 of these. Next will be these Phillips. There's 3 of these kinds. And next are these 2 Phillips type screws here. Okay, and then we'll just slide this plate back like that and it'll drop this plate. So next we'll go ahead and start draining the CVT transmission fluid here. And this will be a 3/8. One thing I forgot to mention is to pull out this plug so it doesn't, so when the fluid drain, it doesn't splatter as bad. So with the drain plug out, this is an opportunity for me to go ahead and clean it up. And I have a new crush washer, so I will be replacing this crush washer. Place the crush washer for the transmission drain plug, and I will put the part in the description below. This is a genuine Honda crush washer. And then I'm just gonna stick this plug back in because we're gonna drop the pan. There's fluid slowly dripping, so that's why we're gonna put the plug back in. Okay, with the new crush washer in, I'm gonna torque down the transmission drain bolt at 36 foot-pounds of torque. So next thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna remove these 10mm bolts. There's 14 of these 10mm bolts. Okay, with all these 10mm bolts loose, I'm just gonna go ahead and take all these bolts off. One more thing to remember there are 3 long bolts, and you can see that there's these arrows on here that point to the bolts. So those are the 3 long bolts that go in this transmission pan cover. So remember that. Okay, with all the 10mm bolts taken out, there are 10 bolts this length and 3 bolts this length. And then I'm gonna wanna put a cover underneath here. And as I pull this pan down, it's gonna start dripping. Actually, I forgot one more bolt. So instead of 10, it's actually 11. And then I'm just gonna pull this gasket out because I did get a gasket to replace. So there's 2 10mm bolts here to take off this filter. I'm gonna go ahead and remove those 2 10s. I have my pan under here catching any fluid that's just dropping. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this off carefully because I know more is gonna come out. So here's the filter I'm gonna be replacing. Okay, with the new filter, I will put the part number in the description below. New OEM filter. So with this, I'm just gonna use a little bit of fluid to put around this ring right here, and I'm just going to put it in the way I took it out. So you want to make sure it seats in there. I'm going to go ahead and hand tighten the 2 10mm bolts that hold this filter in. So I'm gonna torque these 2 10mm bolts down to 8.7 foot-pounds of torque. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna clean up these magnets. I'm gonna just get rid of this gasket. Okay, I'm just gonna pull these magnets out. And it'll probably be better to have brake cleaner. Unfortunately, I don't have any right now, so I'm just gonna clean this the best I can. I was a little unprepared more than usual. Okay, I'm just gonna clean this up and set it on the side to focus on cleaning the transmission pan. Okay, and then the second magnet, I'm gonna pull it out right here. I'm gonna recommend having brake cleaner because it's gonna make this process much faster and cleaner, but I cleaned this the best I could and cleaned up the magnets. So I'm just gonna put them back in the way I took them out. Just make sure they snap in. I just wanna make sure the mating surface is cleaned. Okay, and then I'm gonna clean the mating surface on this as well. Okay, once I got that cleaned up, I'm gonna go ahead and put on this new gasket for the transmission pan. So I will put the part number in the description below. And the gasket's only gonna fit one way. I'll probably start with the long bolts with the arrows that point to the long bolts. So there's 3 of them. I'm gonna get these on hand tight first before I torque them down the spec. Once I got those hand tight, I'm gonna torque them down to 8.7 foot-pounds of torque. And then I'm gonna work my way, so I'm gonna work the center and work my way out. I'm just double checking that they're all torqued down to 8.7 foot-pounds of torque. So the other filter that we're gonna get to is underneath this air box. So what we'll do is we'll remove this air box. This is I'm using a 7/32, but I believe it's a 5.5 millimeter, which I don't have one. And these are 8 millimeters. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this wiring harness first, unplug it. You wanna get this off first, so I'll use a pair of needle nose to squeeze 2 ends together. And then this, you're just gonna press towards the battery and pull out. So I'm just gonna get this out of my way. Go ahead and remove the air box. Just gonna loosen up this hose clamp. $10mm bolt here. And one more back here. If anyone knows how to take this piece out from the air box without breaking it like I did, please let me know in the comment description below. These are 12mm bolts, 2 up here, and then I believe there's one down here. Yeah, I can feel it with my finger down there. So there's 3 12s I gotta remove on that. Okay, with the 3 12mm bolts taken out, I'm just gonna pop that open. Make sure you have something underneath to catch the transmission fluid. This is the filter we're going to be changing out. I will put the part number in the description below. We have the smaller ring gasket, the gasket that goes around this filter, and then the larger gasket. To prep this filter, I'm just going to take the filter, take that rubber gasket, and it's going to go on the side of this filter, just like that. And we'll go ahead and remove the old filter. Okay, I'm just gonna use a screwdriver to pull this filter out. Okay, I kind of had to use a flathead to help me pull this filter out. So with this housing in the way, I'm just gonna kind of get it out of my way to pull this filter out. Okay, we're just gonna put it in the way we put it out. I'm just gonna put a little bit of lube on the ring so that way it would slide in easier. Same thing, just kind of get this housing out of the way. And it's supposed to kind of just pop in, but you can feel it. So next, I'm just gonna clean the housing and replace those ring gaskets. I'm just cleaning the mating surfaces. Also, the mating surface on the transmission. I'm just gonna pull that small one off. Clean the mating surface. So here's the small rubber ring gasket. The next rubber gasket, the bigger ring gasket. So you want to be careful. I was able to seat it in, so I just don't want it to pop out while I'm installing it. Install the three 12mm bolts, thread it in by hand first, and just make sure the gasket doesn't slide off or pop off. Okay, the third bolt. We'll go ahead and hand tighten it first before I torque it down to spec. One in this corner, you need a short 12. And for these other ones, you can use a longer 12, especially for the bottom. I'm gonna grab my torque wrench and I'm gonna torque these down right now. And these are torqued down at 20 foot-pounds of torque. Now, I'll just go ahead and put the air box back in and button this up. You know, I may want to fill the transmission fluid up before I put the air box back in, just because it's right there. But I have a long funnel, so it's not a problem. Okay, so the transmission fluid we're gonna use is the Honda Genuine transmission fluid. This is for the CVT transmission. So with me removing the transmission pan and all, it's probably gonna be more than 4 quarts. So that's why I got 5 quarts, and we will get 4 quarts in and then see how much more of the 5th quart we need. So I'm gonna start with 4 quarts first. After everything's filled, we'll go ahead and put the plug back on. Okay, the air box is back in. Everything's tightened down to 4 8mm bolts in the 7/32 seconds. And now I'm just gonna put the intake sensor back on. Okay, after the air box is put back together, so next thing I'll do is I'll start the car up. And then I'm just gonna keep my foot on the brake, and then I'm just gonna go in reverse, neutral, drive, the lower gears, and just go up to neutral, maybe just do another round, get that fluid circulating, and then we will go ahead and turn the car off and add more transmission fluid. Okay, after putting the fluid in, I'm gonna open up this level check bolt. It's a 12mm bolt. Make sure I have something underneath, so when it's draining, and your car needs to be level. This car is level. The goal here is to put more transmission fluid in, and then it's gonna start dripping out. And what we want is for it to kind of just slowly drip out. And you can see it by starting it up, the fluid did transfer around, so it's gonna definitely need more to be at the correct level. And this is the 5th quart. Let's see how much more we need. So this drain bolt, check fuel drain bolt, is 15 foot-pounds of torque. So we'll button everything back up, get this shield back on, put the plug back on. If you liked this video and you found it was helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button. And thank you for watching.